What's up, y'all? It is I, your favorite person on the planet. Probably. Probably not. Either way, that's what I'm going to tell myself. This is what we got going on today. Here's what I want y'all to consider. When we're talking about capturing content, I'm talking cameras, photos, videos, drone shots, etc. All we have to do is identify from whatever event that we're working, what is the event? Example, let's say it's a football game, and at this football game they're going to allow us to use our drone before the game only, after the game, and during halftime. During the game itself, no drones. You also know, okay, you got two teams. One team's going to come out of one side, the other team's going to come out the other side. So then you strategically say, what is happening in this event? Where is it happening? Where do I need to be positioned in order to get the best shots for the content? So this year I'm over technology at my campus, and if you know me, you know I got a whole bunch of ideas. Let me reposition this real quick so that y'all can see me a little bit better. So one of the things, I'm over technology, and I'm also over athletics. So I'm thinking about getting a student media crew, somewhere about 10 to 12 students. And those 10 to 12 students use their phones. So I'll probably give my 8th graders cameras and let them do video. I'll probably get my 7th graders cameras and let them do photos. And let my 6th graders use their cell phones. The thing we do is capture all of the content, and then as create a folder for each event. So the first football game will have week 1 football. Within week 1 football, inside of that folder, every photographer or person that captured content will have a subfolder from that folder. So if I have 12 students, let's say I have 12 students, I'll have 12 folders inside of week 1. Each student uploads their content to their folder individually. After the game is over, they upload. The next day, I take all of the media from each of the 12 folders, and that's when we start editing. So if we play games on Tuesday, Wednesday we'll do the edits. By Thursday, hopefully Thursday at lunchtime, we'll have something put together that includes a little bit of everybody. We've got pictures, we've got video clips from phones, we've got pictures from phones and videos from phones. We've got pictures from our 7th graders, we've got video clips from our 8th graders, and then we've got some drone shots, right? You take all of that, put it into one format, one project. From there, if you do that, at the end of the season, we play, I think, 6 games, then playoffs, then All-Star. So that's about 9 games. Now each student has 9 different folders for a full season of football. We'll do the same thing in basketball, do the same thing in track. I'll be over the editing side. I'm looking to see if there's someone at the CTE Center. I think I have a contact at the CTE Center that I may be able to reach out to. I'm more than likely going to send this video to that contact. Hopefully I'm not going to say he or she, hopefully they can assist me in getting to the people. And so that way we can have high school students doing our editing for our personal middle school. If it works out, you know, we got 4 middle schools, they're going to try to make it to where, hey, let's just kind of streamline the systems to get things going. Each week we'll have something for football and then for volleyball as well. Volleyball probably won't have 12 students. We'll probably do, out of the 12, we'll probably do 8 for football, 4 for volleyball, and then just kind of have them rotate so they're not doing the same thing all the time. But this way, it adds a presence to our school. So now we have something we can put on our social media that teachers didn't have to create or edit or do anything to. It's all student created by the students on our campus and the students at the CTE Center. So it's all student created. It's just adult led. But after we get it going, we're going to have the students lead that. The students, how does this benefit students? Students are now able to say, I did all the sports for 7th grade on photography. You now have a portfolio. This is your portfolio from 7th grade. Same thing for the 6th graders and the 8th graders. You now have folders where you created this work. So this technically is your work, but it belongs to the district, but it's your work. We're going to make sure that you get credit for the work that you've done. So if anybody has, the second thing, I'm sorry, I was almost done. The second thing I want to do is I want to do video announcements, but I want to do it like a news. So if we had a speech class or a public speaking class, then we could easily have anchors that rotate out. And then we can also do certain things like from the football game. This is Mr. Jones. I'm at the 7th grade football game. If I'm a student, this is Carl. I'm at the football game right now. The score is blah, 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 blah. With this much time left to go, this is what's going on in the game. Back to you in the studio. And then at the end of the game, we'll probably do it at the end of the game. Interview a coach, interview a coach's player, edit that up, get it sent up. The goal is to create so much digital media for our campus that it makes other kids from elementaries want to come to our school instead of the other schools. It also puts students out front to learn a new skill that is not tied to a STAR test, but it is tied to the school in which you have to take your STAR test. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get kids highlighted, how to get kids using some of the things that they learn as far as instruction. Because when I get to the technical part, they're going to get some instruction when it comes to this technology. But just trying to figure out if anybody has any ideas to add on, build on top of the foundation that I just laid. Just want to get that out. Let me know in the comment section. If you got my number, shoot it to me, hit me in the DMs, what have you want to do it. Thank you so much. Peace, y'all. So I was sitting in an interview the other day. I was talking to one of the coaches on our campus, and I remembered how much I miss coaching. Am I going to go back? No. But what I miss about coaching was my ability to add impact to character. So my last 2 years, I was the defensive coordinator on our campus. And the one thing I told my players is when we mess up, because we will mess up, how are we going to communicate? Something bad happens. What we can't do is go say something negative to your teammate. Here's why. Your teammate already feels a negative emotion based on whatever just happened that didn't go our way. The last thing they need is for somebody who's on their side, goes to practice with them, shares a locker room with them, rides the bus with them, eats with them, to say something negative when they're already not in a good space. So I remember watching Warren Sapp, who's one of my favorite defensive players, There was an interview that he had years ago, and he was talking about how accountability is so important on teams. If a person misses a tackle, if a person doesn't do the right assignment, they're going to come back to the team and say, hey, y'all, that's my fault. It won't happen no more. And so what I did was I adopted that, but I also had my players, if I come to you on the team and I say, hey, that was my fault, it won't happen again, everybody has to pat my helmet, we got you. Because when you're feeling bad, what you need is somebody else who understands to give you an affirmation. How do you know that they understand? They have practice with you every day. They come to film sessions with you when we have them, however many times we'd have them in a week. They're on the bus with you. So you have that understanding of we're all in this together. The last thing you need is somebody on your own team to make you feel even worse after something bad just happened. Because me as a coach, I'm watching for that on the other team. Kids start arguing with each other. I remember those two numbers. I'm going to see where those two numbers line up, and then I'm going to create more havoc with those two simply because they're already feeling lower. So we're going to take advantage of that. Now, I shouldn't have said it like that, but as a coach, that's who I am. Get the other team to argue and to tell my team, don't say nothing, just keep playing. Now, when we mess up, you got to say, hey, if I mess up, my fault, y'all. It won't happen again. Now, you can't let it happen again. And then as a coach, come here. Tell me what you're going to do different. So you forgot what? Cool. we're going right back in. If the kid can tell me, if the player can tell me what they did wrong and or how to fix it, we're good. Hey, coach, I did this. What do I need to do to fix it? Or, hey, coach, I did this. I should have done this. I just got tired. If you tell me you got tired, we're going to run a little more conditioning and practice. But that's fine. The key, though, is making sure that you control the energy. The key is making sure that the energy amongst the team is always upbeat, is always positive, is always we got it, is always yeah. And without that energy, once somebody starts complaining, come here, stand by me. When I say stand by me, I'm way at the other, away from everybody else on the sideline, way away from everybody else on the sideline. This person that wants to complain, stand by me. Now, if you want to complain to me. Because I already know mentally I'm going to flip the coin and get you to see, yes, this is happening, but how we respond to this is everything. And when I tell you that we were able to take those kids so far, we took them to a college football game. They didn't have to pay for anything. We ended up going to the championship. Did we win? No. Was it close? Yeah. For the first 3 quarters, it was close, real close. When I say real close, it was like 8-7. So how does that transfer to adulthood and professionalism? You're going to have to work with people. The last thing people need is for somebody to say something negative when something negative just happened. Yes, we all see it. What are you going to say? Because there's power in your words. So how do your teammates or how does your team view you when something negative happens? Do they come to you when something bad happens like, hey, this happened, I just want you to know, because they trust you? Or when something bad happens, do they try to stay away from you simply because of your response to the negative action? I'm just asking, do you know? How do people experience you? Peace out.